welcome. Get up in here. We got a lot to talk about. Episode 4 of WandaVision. There will be spoilers, so I'm gonna get right into it. Spoilers, welcome to the video. You've been warned. Let's go. We start off with the snap. The intro to episode 4. I did not think we would see the snap again after Endgame. I know they would mention it in future movies in this phase 4, but I didn't think we would actually see more of people just appearing back after Hulk snaps his fingers, because she starts to form back in the hospital. All right, and I'm like, does she have powers? Like, is that no? Once she leaves that hospital room and you see everybody just reforming, I'm like, yo, that's the snap. And then that leads into the thing that I didn't even think about concerning the snap, and that is the people who came back to dead friends and relatives. They were snapped away for 5 years. So now that they come back, they didn't even know they were snapped in the first place. They thought they were asleep for 15 minutes. Like she said, I fell asleep for about 15 minutes or so. Where's my mom? To them, it's been like 15 minutes, but to the world, and to reality, it's been 5 years. And I think we need a TV show about the snap, after snap, I guess you would call it. Not the show, but you know what I mean? Like the after snap, like people getting back to their lives, people who have gotten into new relationships and maybe their spouse is now reformed. Anyway, we ain't here to talk about all that. Anyway, the snap intro, we hit the ground running. Then we get to Monica, I believe her name is. Out of excitement, I forgot her name, but correct me down in the comments. We get to Monica. She shows up to Westview with Asian Jim. He was in the office. Asian Jim, Detective Wu. Everybody has amnesia. We learned that everybody connected to this town and everybody connected to the people that's in the town have amnesia. We learned there's somebody in protective custody. Why are they in protective custody? And who is in protective custody? We learned that he's in protective custody and his family and friends forget that he even existed. So not only did Wanda take over this town, she has made people connected to the people in the town forget that they ever existed. Seems to me like she's plotted this out. She scoped out this town. She said, this is a perfect town for me to create my reality. And not only that, but she's thought of everything. If I'm going to use these people, I have to make the people connected to these people forget they even exist for this to work. Otherwise, we're going to have missing people posters all over the place. And Wanda has thought this through, clearly. I got my notes here. Let me check my notes. It's a lot. I noticed something when they went to because this episode was about catching us up. What was going on through episodes 1 through 3. Now we know, now we're caught up. But in that moment where Wanda kicks Monica out of her reality, there was a moment of regret. I don't know if you caught that. There was a moment of regret. After she does her powers, kicks her out, she looks at her hands and she's like, oh, like she feels bad for harming an innocent person. But then she looks down at her babies and her whole mood changed, all by facial expressions, no words. She's Elizabeth. I had to look at her name. Elizabeth Olsen is an amazing actor. She felt regret after kicking Monica out. Then she looks down at her babies and her mood just changes to, oh, I dare anybody to interrupt this reality. This is what I want. This is my reality. Anybody who comes in between me, my babies, and my dead husband, we're going to have problems. She's going to handle that. And that was all through facial expressions. So if you didn't catch that, watch it again. She kicks Monica out. Then she looks at her hands and she feels bad. But then she turns to the crib. Her facial expression changes to like, no, nobody comes in between me and my reality. And then let's get to the real juicy part. All right, I think she is puppeteering Vision's dead body. If you want to make this show a little bit more creepy, that's how you do it. That is how you do it. That when she turned her, I ain't gonna lie, when she turned around and it was Vision's dead face, like no pupils and then a big hole in his head, I jumped a little bit. I was like, oh, I was like, oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, I said, oh shit, like 2-3 times. I said, oh shit, oh shit. I think she is talking to this man's dead body. Now, I could be wrong, and she just, maybe that was like a nightmare or something. Like she turned around, she just had a reminder of what Thanos did. But no, I think she's parading, she's moving this man's dead body around, which is so, and I hope they go with that, because that's some real Twilight shit right there. Whew. Like, that's, whew. I can't wait to the, man. There's 9 episodes. This was episode 4. 5 more episodes. It's all uphill from here. Everybody who couldn't hang in there for the first 2 episodes, I know a lot of people are like, these episodes seem a little. This is what we've been waiting for. Episode 1, 2, they gave us hints of something's not right. We knew that going in, but we were like, okay, when does the real shit start? When does shit hit the fan? This is it. This is it. She is walking around with that man's dead body. And it feels like the more that we learn, the more questions we have. And it's so perfect. This show is perfect. And literally, Sword, the FBI, the questions they were writing on a whiteboard is the questions that we, the audience, have came up with. Episodes 1 through 3. Is Vision alive? Who are these people? And speaking of who are these people, Agnes and Dottie's real names were not mentioned. Why? Are they not real citizens? And if they are real citizens, who are they? And why haven't they told us just yet? And not only that, but if they're not real citizens, like, is there more to them? Like, did Wanda just think of 2 random characters to bring to life? Or was she influenced? And looks like Wanda is going back to her villain roots, because she started off as a villain, teamed up with the Avengers after Ultron killed her. Well, a little bit before. Well, once they found out Ultron's real plan, they turned good. But I think she's going back to her villain roots, at least for right now. But she's not outside of the realm of being saved. She can still be saved. She's villain roots, but she'll be saved. Maybe Doctor Strange will come through, talk some sense into her. Somebody will. But at the end of the day, what people have to realize about this show is that at its core, this show is about a woman who has lost everything. Everything. Like, this woman has lost her brother, her parents first, then her brother, now her boyfriend slash fiance slash husband, I don't know anymore, her lover. So her parents, her brother, her lover. And then in Civil War, the Avengers, half of the Avengers wanted to, the country wanted to deport her. They locked her up at Avengers headquarters, which, lavish lockup. But she's been through a lot, all right? This is a woman This is a woman grieving. This is what this show is about. A woman who has lost everything. She is building her reality to be basically what she feel like she has missed out on because of Thanos and Ultron and all these other things. Yeah, and it's sad. And I feel like a lot of us, if we had Wanda's powers, we have loved ones that we would end up creating realities where our loved ones are back alive and everything's kind of perfect. So it's relatable. This show is amazing. Episode 4 next week. Episode 5 is going to be even crazier, and I'll hop on and make another video. But let me know down in the comments below what your theories are, what your questions are, and what did you think of this episode. I covered a lot. This video about 10 minutes long. It's probably the longest review video I've ever done, but there was a lot I had to get into, and Man, I'm excited. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for support. Thank you for hanging in there. If you made it to the end of the video, I'll catch you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. This is WandaVision.